Yo, what is going on, everyone? And welcome to a very special occasion here. This is the All-Star race for season one here. We have uh, I guess a doozy on our hands here. So, in case you guys did not hear about the All-Star format, there is going to be five different segments of racing to be had here. We are at Charlotte to begin with. Now, don't let that 200 laps fool you. Technically, we are scheduling for 100 laps here, but we are doing all manual cautions, 20 lap segments, and all manual yellows. So you also are not seeing a relaxed yellows. There's no in-game yellows here. That is going to be a lot of fun to watch here, seeing a mix of the Sportsman Challenger Series and the MRL Cup Series go out and show what they have here. Now, real quickly before we start, we have a bunch of differing winners here. So some have won in their respective seasons. Nathan here, using him as the example, won back in the Xfinity days. Cyber in the Cup Series. Tomboy won the fan vote. Kobe won in the Sportsman Series. Hunty in the Xfinity Series. We have Kalen, Baronate, Rockstar. All of these guys have won in all of these other different series here, and they're now here to show what they have here. Joining me up in the booth is BS14 Cars. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excited. I'm doing good. I'm excited for the to watch this race tonight. Yeah, mixing up my words.
He's that
Great
excited. He's that excited. But that is, I was, honestly, I've been excited for
start
this.
to the commentary, but yes, I'm exactly that.
Well, BS, we've been talking about this race for some time now. Like, this is the official halfway mark in the Cup Series season here. And what better way to celebrate than to go on out and just throw caution to the wind? We're having a lot of fun here. There is no points on the line. We're racing for a virtual $1 million. Of course, I'm not racing for it, and unfortunately, you're not as well. But these guys racing are going to be a lot of differing agendas here. Short segments.
Very short segments, and these are the would have been 20, but only 13 of them showed. So these are the 13 best that we have to offer here tonight, and that should give us some very excited very exciting racing. Some of these guys, they might be trying to learn some things for the 600 next week. We're coming back here again next Saturday for points, and some of them they want to prove themselves. Like looking at the sportsman guys, like Kobe Gamer, Baronate, and even Hunty. Even though he's won a cup championship in an off season, but hey, what can you do?
Well, that is actually a big old thing here to mention here, as we do have a couple of uh, well, I guess maybe some internet issues going on here. We lost a couple people. So, with that, I should probably mention that. Oh, actually, hang on. Here, let's get into this call real quick. So, green flag is at 9:07. So, that is when we are unpausing this timer. So, yeah, with that, good luck, guys. All right, so I apologize for that there, BS. But like I said, we had a little bit of um, we had a little bit of communication there. This entire thing, with it being a manual, getting the drivers into the know, into the having the knowledge of what's going on here is going to be a lot. Basically, half the battle. Some of these guys have already done their like manual starts and all that manual segments before. Some have not. So with that, I think with the timer going right now. BS, who do you think? Who do you have your money on here?
Let's see. I'm gonna pick of between Bass last season zero Charlotte winner Xander, always good, pretty much everywhere, and Mo Powellcat, who's on a bit of a hot streak. So I'm looking out for those three, and I think for a dark horse, I'm going to pick Baronet, who's been dominating the Sportsman Series, and I'm looking for him to see if he can prove that he can hang with the big boys here.
Well, yeah, of course. So you bring up a very excellent point here. Let's actually start with one of your picks, Bass. Bass has been one of those drivers just that has not had a whole lot of luck lately. We can actually join, by the way. Um, so we had a lot of bad luck from him. Two straight races he immediately lagged out of. But Xander has also finished on a podium twice in those two races. And then we have UK, like you said, that has been on a four-race podium streak, with three of those being wins. And then Baronet, like basically, he's in that position where he can miss a race and basically still have the points lead. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of different drivers here, but let's not forget about the other drivers that have put in some commendable performances. There's Hunty in the Sportsman Series that has earned his way up here. Tomboy won the fan vote. Don't ever count him out. Rockstar, of course, we haven't heard from him in a while, but he is a bad, fast guy. And then we also have Cyber, as you said. A lot of different agendas here. What can we expect? There's going to be 13 drivers on track here, so let's kind of go through the whole running order as they are going. So Kobe is going to be on pole. Rockstar is going to be P2. We have a couple people that are missing. Justin Shackett would have been P3, but now that is going to be Nathan. WRX Mike is also missing. Same thing with Elite Precision. A lot of these drivers are missing here. Same thing with Always Eric. Chicken Eater is also missing. And the Blakey T. So out of that, 7 drivers are missing. I think we have this kind of opens the door for a lot of different people to kind of go out and show their stuff. With less drivers on the field, that means there's less people to make mistakes with, and there's less people to pass. So, but like I said, Cade is also missing, so that kind of elevates Kalen up the running order. So that is why he is now in P6. And then you have the 99 down there. That is bad for you. So we are going to go green here. Look at that Kobe right there. Look at that scheme. Now, BS, as you have seen here, what kind of schemes? Some people just choosing, you know what, I'm just going to run my regular scheme, but some deciding to deck on out their schemes here. Let's see. Who's your favorite so far?
Let's see. I'm
As we go green here, Kobe with a rocket ship right there off the start.
partial to the the 56. I like the darker schemes more
Well,
usually.
he did say that he was going to leave his
So
his scheme choice up to the fan vote. So there we go. BS, I'm just letting you know you are lagging. By the way, you're cutting in and out.
I think his actually, I mean, a throwback scheme to his first ever league race. Shout out. Yeah, I know. I just lagged out of the race.
Oh, well, that's not good. But yeah, his first ever league race here is what Kobe's throwing it back to. So as I wait for you to get back in, Kobe with that scheme right there was an Xfinity scheme for him, but now elevated to a cup level scheme. But what a move by the 99 right there. That is actually Baronet. Not Baronet. That is Rockstar trying to go for the top spot right there. But Kobe bounces off the apron, so that will kind of check up the inside lane. Look at these two wide racing right now, 2 by 2. But he washes on up. Kobe leaves the bottom open for 3 wide coming off of turn 4. No contact to be had though. This is the reason we're 3 by 3 in the quad oval right here. Oh, a little bit of wall contact, but no spins. Oh, we do have a wreck. That is Hunty that is Hunty and Xander that are involved with that. Super unfortunate for Xander, who was making his way forward, but 3 by 3. as good as these drivers are, does not end well in the quad oval like that. So we are now to one incident on the circuit here. That's gonna kind of bode well for some of these guys and bad for others. Thankfully, there are 4 segments to go off of here. These guys are racing to the start of lap 21. Here on board in P4 is Bassbuck, so looking good from him. He is trying to move forward here after starting towards the middle of the pack. Actually, he was dead center. Bad for you racing right here in the 00. Moving on up to P2, getting the pass down on Kobe right there. So, and that's actually, you can kind of see that the more you go side by side, the worse off you are because you lose so much time here by being side by side. That allows for the entire second half of the pack. That is what we have. But we have a couple people in chat right now, UK, as well as Liam. Welcome, guys. So UK is watching while also racing. That is definitely the racer mentality. In fact, actually, let's go and see where he is right now. So UK is, there he is in that number 14 car, getting that practice in for the 600. Look at that bottom side, all lined on up with all of these all-stars here. But the one driver that is out and away right now is actually the 8 car of Agent Orange. He decided to not deck out his car and just run a plain old scheme. Oh, a little bit of a wall touch right there. No major wreck, just the 94 bouncing off the wall. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad, but they all hold itself together. But it looks like he was trying to not bounce. He was trying to get that arc into turn 1, but he kind of misjudged. Oh, and the UK bounced off the apron right there. That's going to open the door for the 47 to go on by. People getting loose here. I can imagine with the shorter segments, people are starting to experiment with their slider. Maybe running a 7. I personally run a 6 around here, but with 17 laps basically being the longest that you can run here in the early race, that is not a whole lot of time as we're 3 wide going into turn 2. And what a move by Rockstar right there. But he washes up the track a little bit. He washes up the track, and that will open up the door for Baronet to go on through. Now Baronet up into P2. It looks like we lost BS again, so it looks like we are going to be kind of dealing with it ourselves right now. So Rockstar is drafting with Baronet right here. Those two working well together. That is the 98 and 99. Getting past Bad For You. Now they're going to try to hunt the 8 right there. That is going to be a big thing for these guys. The 8's been leading the way right now as the 47 is really dropping right now. I don't know if he lost some momentum and just was on the high side, but that inside lane is absolutely chugging right now. The 18 is trying to get on past Draft with the 56, but the 56 bounces off the apron, and that will allow the 18 to go on by. So not really even having to just kind of bide his time. That is exactly what he's looking for as he is moving forward. So that was for P10 right there. And I'm actually seeing it right now. It looks like a little 2-car tandems are forming right now. Baronet is closing in on the 8 car. The 8 car is, I mean, looks like he is running very fine, but he's kind of exiting off of turn 4 a little bit too high, and that's where the 98 and 99 are closing on in. Yes, right there, you can see that he has the draft right now, so they are just going to just zoom right on into that 8. Meanwhile, here's the second car, or the second 4-car pack right now, with the caboose of Cyber here. 94 goes down low, but Bad For You with the block right there, but he bounced off the apron. That seems to be the name of the game here. Just avoid the apron. And not only did Bad For You lose that spot, he lost 3 more on top of it. So that 00 is looking mighty tight right now as he is glued to the bottom, but a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think hitting the apron is not advisable at any track really.
Well, well, I don't think, especially at Charlotte. Now you can technically run like below the apron here, but as soon as you make contact with that white and blue line, it bounces you, and that's what we've been seeing here in turns 3 and 4. That is the trouble turn. As I see, the 98 and 99 has absolutely caught. The 99 is going to go side by side with the 8 here. The 8 is going to throw it on down, have the preferred line, but that's going to allow for the cutback to be allowed for Baronet right here. He's going to get the draft. Going to try to go low here. I'm not actually sure what lap it is. I should probably pull up the stream.
17.
My mic just came unplugged right there, so I'm going to pull up a stream right now so I can see what lap it is.
Lap 17.
Oh, hey, Nathan's in here. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. So
that means it's the last lap for caution. So
yes, this is the final lap for cautions, and with 2 more incidents on the way, that's gonna basically be it for cautions right now. Yep, just well, Geo on the Discord just said that there's no more cautions right now, so there we go. The 98 and 99 are side by side with 2 more laps left or in the stage after this, so coming to the line there'll be 2. The 98-99 not really giving an inch right there, but the 8 bounces off the apron. That's not going to be good. The 98 pulls on in and will try to launch himself around. BS, who do you think is going to get it, the 98 or 99?
99.
Oh, really? Okay. I think... So essentially, what I'm seeing right here is you do not want to be the leader. I don't think you. There's a very few tracks you ever want to be the leader at. P2 has so much an advantage with that draft here. You can see it playing it to effect right here. This is the white flag here, so we are racing to the line. It's going to be one of these two, unless these two take each other out. The 98 and 99. Remember, this will be for pole starting segment 5. The 99 is going to block low. The 98 is going to get the slow and fast out approach. He's going to really check on up. But the 99 probably checks on up too much. Bounces off the apron right there. But holds on off and coming to the line. Segment 1 winner goes to Baronet.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Wow.
Good racing at the end there. The 98 gave it everything he had. Just wasn't quite enough.
So, yeah, not quite enough by all of these guys. So, with that, Baronet will be locked into pole for the segment 5. So he will be starting in the back, but also for pole for the segment 5. So oh man. So essentially that means that. It allows for someone else to go on and get it. Remember, Baronet started in the back of the and towards the middle of the pack, so he had a P7 start. So starting on the inside lane is going to be crucial here. I'm going to see. Oh, and Bassbuck lagged on out of this race. Oh, just like he has in the points races, he is now out of the All-Star.
He should really figure that out. That's supposed to be my thing or Liam's thing. He's stealing all our thunder with that.
Well, that is it's super unfortunate for Bass, who will not have a chance at getting this All-Star win, but that allows for 12 other drivers to go and get it. Gio doing a great job, by the way. He is just showing how it's done here. I'm going to be interested to see who is going to win the race off pit road. It looks like it's going to be Rockstar. So he will be the pole sitter going off of the pit lane. He will have choice. Gee, I wonder what lane he's going to choose.
That's a really good question. I'm thinking the bottom.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he ever chose the high side, honestly. I mean, of course, the biggest thing here is when we hit the restart zone, he can fire off quicker. So, like, technically, he can choose the outside and try to get around Nathan before they even get to turn one. But that is a huge risk, because if you don't, you are on the outside and just going to get freight trained on the bottom.
Yeah, that's how it goes here. Especially it seems like all draft tracks run that way, except for Kansas. And,
So, with that, you have a. So, with the segment 2 now is now going to be the thing. We have Rockstar on pole here, but Cyber now in P2. He has a bad fast car. What can he do? We are green here, and oh, that outside lane did not get moving at all, and that allows for Cyber to maybe even clear his teammate. Oh my goodness, yep, and he does. So Cyber just jumps a whole position, but immediately Nathan gets below the apron, just below enough, and will get behind Rockstar. What a move by him. So that allows for this entire bottom line to just kind of move on up. Look at Packers. Packers is up here too.
we got Packers up here. We have Kobe up here. We have Bad even up here. Bad, of course, won the open race at Bristol in a great show against the I believe it was Mike in the 33.
Yes, unfortunately, Mike, he would be in this race, but he was not able to make it. Both him and Elite are at a family function. In case you don't know, those two are brothers. So him and Elite Precision, who was actually another open winner at the Charlotte Roval, he was actually able to be invited to this event, but because of being at that family event, he was not able to make it. One driver out of this race so far. We have an entire bottom side to go. And one thing I'm actually very, not really worried about, but actually kind of questioning, is that Xander has not really been making a whole lot of moves. He has been well, of course, he got spun out in the first stage, but he's only made his way up to the middle of the pack so far. And with an all-star level of talent here, basically, it's time to go. As you can see that we have a battle for the lead right now. It is Nathan versus Rockstar with Packers there in P3.
And it really is hard to make your way forward sometimes on these mile and a halves. Maybe he just hasn't really had the opportunity to get up there because traffic is difficult to get through, and you just don't always get the seized apart for you in a way where you can get up to the front very quickly.
Yeah, that is well, I mean, you can see right there that everyone's just parking themselves on the bottom. Maybe a 3-wide moment. Oh, Packers thought about it, but he chose not to. What the sign of a veteran right there, to know when to hold him and when to fold him. And he decided to hold him right there, knowing that another opportunity was going to come. Xander, though, trying to rock that high side. Nathan up there as well. A little bit of contact. And the wall touch goes. Nathan, he's going to be put 3 wide. Xander threading the needle right there and will gain 2 positions. Oh, but Cyber bounces off the apron. It's going to be a checkup here in turn 4. Oh, my goodness. That could have been bad. But again, these drivers holding themselves true and steady as Xander now gets getting put into the wall a little bit. Nothing too crazy, just a bit of a wall touch. Kobe bounced off of the apron there in 1 and 2, straight up into the 1.
Yeah, it's absolute chaos around this racetrack right now, but these guys are all stars for a reason, and they've held on to it without even a single incident to their name so far this stage.
Well, and of course, this stage is actually going to be one of the shorter stages that we have here. With the 2 caution laps in the start of the stage, we had about 17 green flag laps that we will run here. Essentially, if you're good in the short run, now is your time to shine. And in fact, actually, speaking of those that are good in the short run, look at UK. he started. He was giving me crap about me rigging the qualifying order when it's clearly a random draw. Um, he started like third to last, and look at where he is now. P2, right behind Rockstar. So that is a big thing here. As maybe a word from lagging right now. I'm not seeing any lag as of right now, but I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for that. A little bit of touch of Cyber out of the way. Bad for you. We'll take that P4. And speaking of Xander, there he goes. He's kicked on the afterburners now into P3.
Yeah, he was trying to get to that He was trying to work that outside, try to get through that pack because I think got tired of waiting for his opportunities on the bottom, and he decided he was going to make something happen on the outside. And it looks like it's worked out for him. He's up to P3, and it looks like he's driving away from this pet train.
Well, I guess go where your competition is not. So, I mean, I guess that works on out for even the All-Stars right here. So, one thing I want to point out here is, apart from the obvious, you know, these guys have earned their way into the All-Star, whether it be through winning a race or the Open or even the fan vote. But I mean, I guess this should go without saying, but the winner of the All-Star gets invited to all the next All-Stars. But look at this. Look at this pack right here, led by a side-by-side Baronet and Bad For You, with a little bit of three-wide action about to go into turn 3. That is, Cyber backs on out right there, knowing that, hey, you know, we still have some more laps to go, but Bad For You kind of checks on up. Baronet can't quite clear him, and he does now. But 3 wide in the quad oval. Hold on to it, guys, and they do.
Quad oval is a very dangerous place to be 3 wide. We've seen it in real life, and we've seen it in a few races here. Oh boy, I see some contact back there. But
yeah, nothing for an incident though.
Right, no incidents, but the quad oval is definitely a very dangerous place to be going 3 wide. We've seen several incidents there when we raced here and previously from incidents in the quad oval. So
Ooh, change for the lead. Didn't mean to cut you off right there. It just literally happened as we saw. UK made his way up into the top spot, but Xander's going to try to take it. UK has it. Xander wants it. I don't know if Rockstar just kind of backed on off, but he looks like UK keeps hitting the apron, and that will allow Xander with the high side momentum to go and take the lead. Clears the 14 on the top side. It is last lap precautions right now, meaning this is lap 37.
And these guys up front, these top 3, they're fighting for the second position in the
Xander just plowed the wall! That's going to be 3 wide right here for the lead. Xander just absolutely destroyed the wall off turn 2. UK goes around. Rockstar's going to try to do the same. Again, BS, I did not mean to cut you off.
Yep, nope, it's fine. And just like King, the apron is generally not advised here. Slapping the wall, especially that hard, also not advised, and you can clearly see why.
Oh, yeah. So with that, it's lap 38 now. There is now going to be 2 laps to go at the line. Again, we saw it that Baronet had the lead. Rockstar was not able to capitalize. But now you have one more person up here that can go on out and get this spot. Xander is looking mighty hungry right now. He's already looking to the high side, showing UK that he wants that spot on the top side. UK will have the preferred line, but did he choke on up a little bit too soon? It's going to be side by side. Oh, and Xander takes it right there. Coming to the white flag this time.
That was a power move by the one there to just drive right on around the outside, and he might be showing himself as the favorite here in the final stage with moves like that over competition as strong as UK and Rockstar.
Well, this, like I said, competition is fierce, as you said, but that actually allowed for a potential move to be happening right here with the draft. UK is going to push the one into the corner, but to no avail. Coming off of turn 4, Much like his friend Baronet did, Xander is going to win segment 2.
Well
Gio's,
driven to them.
yeah. G- Gio's doing an excellent job, by the way. He is absolutely killing it down there.
Yeah, he is probably the best admin not named Private Patton. And
He's the best admin,
uh,
not named BS, Agent Orange, Private Patton, which only we have our pros and cons. But Liam in chat saying Patton missing the action just like Fox. Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. I mean, gotta get that real life. Gotta
oh,
get that real life
we're
experience.
back from commercials. We're under caution. The stage just ended, and now that we've showed you 5 seconds of footage, we're going back to commercials. We'll see you guys later.
Ooh, Kobe. Sparks are flying. Kobe saying that he is tired of people moving him out of the way. So we're gonna be looking for this 94 to get a little bit aggressive here. Again, I just want to emphasize that this is a fun race. No points are on the line. So we will have to see how that's going to roll here. But that's gonna be the fun part is seeing how aggressive these guys will get. You saw Xander having to go from the back of the field all the way to win that segment. We're gonna see who is going to get it here. It looks like Rockstar will win coming off pit lane, and Xander, because of winning that segment, will start in the rear. Same thing with the 99 Baronet. That's who we're on board. So these guys will be starting in the rear, and that will allow Rockstar to be the leader off of the pit. So he will be the control car. And again, choosing the inside.
As expected, Rockstar choosing the inside here. He wants to get that good run through turns 1 and 2 and be gone in a way like they were in the second stage. And this time there will probably not be a Xander running them down, but we shall see about that.
Well, again, I do want to say for everyone watching right now, in case you have not, you're just now tuning in, Xander won segment 1, the 99 right there won segment 2. Or sorry, yeah, flip it around. My bad. I swear I know what I'm doing. Baronet won segment 1. Xander just won segment 2. We're just starting segment 3 here, and with that, these guys are going to be restarting in the rear. That allows for someone else to win the stage. But for some reason, if one of these two drivers wins, the next driver that has yet to win a segment will be the one to get locked into the fifth segment. We are green here, and what a jump by Rockstar. That entire inside lane was schmoving right there. All three, first, third, and fifth, will just go right on by.
Yeah, it looks as though Rockstar had his hand out the window telling the inside line when to push, and they all took off. And Mopow's looking to recover from lost time there. He's looking to the inside of the Packers trying to get P3 back, and he's not going to get it off this corner.
And look who's finally up here. That entire pink highlighter color, that is Hunty. I guess you can always pick him out in a crowd, I guess, because that car is flamingo pink.
Well, there's definitely no reason not to be seeing that car on the racetrack, so maybe that's why he goes for that bright pink. It certainly does stand out, and Rockstar is driving away from the pack right now.
Oh, but a little bit of, I think, was that Baronet that got caught down pit road?
Good
yep,
question.
That is.
He's in the barrels. Pulled the Hunty right there.
Yeah. That is Baronet that appeared on Discord showing his displeasure that he got spun. But thankfully for him that he's already locked into his position for segment 5. So that will be one incident, possibly two more, and we could have our first incident yellow of the race.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Baronet on one hand, but on the other hand, he's already got a stage win, and he doesn't really need to be fighting all that hard. In real life, you would probably try to stay out of the pack if you'd won a stage because you wouldn't want to get your car damaged. But on here, we're not running damage, so it really doesn't matter. You can race through it if you want, if you get wrecked, whatever.
Well, and that's probably why you can actually see Xander racing his way up here again. He's currently sitting in P8 right now. But again, that's why I said, should right now Bear Nate and Xander or Xander win another segment, the next driver that has yet to win a segment will be the one locked in. So we'll have to see if that's actually going to happen right here, as now UK is the one to go on in lead right now. He's actually starting to pull away a little bit from the 8 right now, and the 6 just making the pass on Rockstar. Rockstar getting put up in the high side, and as we've seen so far, that's like the middle lane in a super speedway. It's just a sucker hole.
Yeah, and I'm currently riding on the front to back camera on the 14 of Mo Power. I think these guys are starting to catch on that he's pulling away, and they're all getting single filed so they can drive back up to him.
Well, it's an 8-car breakaway right now. The cars behind, which is led by Kalen, and then you have Kobe and Tomboy completing that little pack right there. Unfortunately, it looks like they're out of it, but possibly, depending on if we have another 2 sets of incidents, can get a regroup and, I mean, maybe have a chance at it. But of course, you have a guaranteed yellow coming at lap 61 here for the end of segment 3. So, shoot, BS, we're already coming up on halfway through this race.
Yeah, it's 100.
Exactly.
It is halfway exactly, says Nathan.
Yeah, it's a 100-lap race, 150 miles. I mean, it's an all-star race. These races aren't going to be as long as our official 50%ers, but it's that's all these runs are pretty short. They're only 20 laps, and the fuel window I think is like 27 to 30 on the Cup cars. So I mean, these guys never have to worry about pitting except under a caution. So
well, and that actually allows for a very interesting situation. I'm actually glad that you said that, BS. I wonder if these guys are ever underfueling their car, knowing that there's oh, well, there we go.
I haven't put a fuel can in yet.
Well, you hear it right there from Nathan. He has been doing his homework, preparing for how many green flag laps he can run without having to go an entire 2 cans worth of fuel. Now, there are going to be some that do that, of course, but if you want to be fast, you are underfueling your car in order to get the most RPMs out of your engine. Rockstar goes and hits the wall right there off of 4. But no spin. Just looks like he got either maybe pushed up there or maybe got a little too tight.
Yeah, and these guys are looking for any little bit of advantage they can get, especially at these mile and a halves where it's hard to really prove that you're that much better than the next car, especially when you have draft to worry about. So any little advantage you can get helps.
Well, I'm telling about draft right now. It looks like to me everyone's playing nice right now, knowing that we have a few more laps left in this segment. But people are already kind of positioning themselves right now. Hunty making his way up into P3. We have a Mopawa first, third, and fourth right now, with a VPR car sitting there in P5, and I guess a Grant Racing Incorporated in P2 to kind of separate those Mopawa guys. But that should be a little bit of a warning that at the first opportunity, that non-Mopawa car is going to be the first one to get spat out.
Yeah, as it happens at the draft tracks, you try to spit out the non-teammate cars, but Xander's trying to prove that you don't need teammates to win this race, and he's
oh, with the block made right there, Nathan with the move, and look at Cyber going to get 2 for the price of 1, coming off of 4.
Tell you what, who else is going to get 2 for the price of 1 is that one car of Xander. He is coming. He's looking for 2 stage wins, although that isn't technically possible, but he's going to try to finish first in both of them just because he can. Why not?
Well, that is going to be hard to do because look at what UK did right there. He went to the high side to give his teammate some draft right there going into the backstretch. Much like Atlanta, you have the top side, and like much like, or I guess any draft track, the bottom is preferred in the corners, but shifts up to the top come the backstretch because that is where all the draft is. So you see. UK going wherever his teammate is, so he is going to be trying to work with his teammate right here, try to solidify this stage win, not only for himself, but a good, solid finish for Cyber.
Yeah, and the reason why you may not win the stage, but if you can finish in a good position, that's track position for the next stage, and that could be the difference between winning or losing the stage. As Xander goes in the wall right there, Cyber washed up a little bit. I'm sure that was not intentional, but it happens sometimes. It's tight racing here.
Yeah, of course, especially going into turn one. Turn one being so fast. I mean, literally, in order to make a good turn one, especially side by side, you want to be as low as possible. So I can see what the one was doing right there, entering the corner side by side. We are now lap 59 right now, 2 laps to go in this segment. It's a Mopow 1-2, but that one car, like I said, is looking mighty spiffy, trying to get up here. But look at that. The 14 goes down low, giving his teammate that little draft, and is going to try to help him on out. Looks like that 14 car has figured it on out, has yet to hit the apron this segment. White flag's out.
And that is a good thing when you can eliminate those mistakes. You don't want to be hitting the apron. You don't want to be tapping the wall going into turn one, because I've been there and done both of those things, and I promise they do not make you faster.
Well, it's going to be all bets are off now. The 24, for all he's thinking, is not a teammate to the 14. The one car is going to try to go to the high side, but coming to the line, the UK will hold it and will be our segment 3 winner.
Well done.
So, yeah. Well, much like what you said, BS, getting that mistakes out of the way. Essentially, you know, I mean, I like to call figuring out the track as we go. Basically, I use that term when, like, Martinsville. You know, it took me like half of a race, 125 laps, in order to figure out how to run a single track, and it looks like it took him about 60 laps in order to do that. So UK will be starting P3 here for this final segment, but this is the final segment 4 that matters here. This will be for P4 going into the final segment. So basically, all bets are off right now. If you want to have a good starting position for the segment 5, now is your time.
Yep, this is the segment that really matters for setting your starting position for the final segment, because even if you don't win the segment and lock in your spot in P4 for the final stage, you're still fighting for track position, because where you finish the segment is probably where you're going to start segment 5, minus the cars who won their stages and therefore will be up in the front.
Oh, interesting, actually, right there is if Xander did not win a segment right there, he actually would have won the battle off pit road. It looks like UK was slightly slower on the stop right there, so you can see the 1 and the 99 all drop into the rear. As per the rules, these guys have won their segments. They are restarting in the rear, so it's gonna be interesting to see if they're going to be racing their way up forward, because it looks like Bernays has been looks like the 99 has been kind of playing it calm, cool, and collected. Meanwhile, the 1 has been rolling for it. I'm sure the 14 is going to be just kind of playing it safe right now, letting his teammates kind of run it on out. Cyber, yes, he will be the first car to start this 4th segment.
And that's teammates on the front row. I'd be curious if they were in a party chat together. Maybe they could have had Cyber line up on the outside and then get the jump and come on down in front of his teammate games, but that's not what they went for here, it looks like,
Ooh.
and the
And
inside's gonna roll.
And again, that inside just absolutely rolls. Now, let's think forward on this. I know the action is right here, right now, but think about it. UK just won segment 3. Look what happened with Rockstar. He was in P3, now he's in P2, immediately behind the leader and about to go for the lead.
Yeah, it's winning the second segment might not have been the play, because now you're just going to be stuck on that outside for the final restart. And yes, it's Xander, he can probably come back from a bad restart, but every little bit hurts, and it could.
Ooh,
And there's a
contact.
wreck.
Oh,
That
we have a
is
wreck.
Kobe, and that is definitely an instant.
Oh,
And
yeah.
meanwhile, up front, Rockstar's made the pass on Cyber on the outside, so that was a strong move from him. Meanwhile, you've got Bad on the inside. The Packers here, they're looking for P3. Tight racing is top 6. Looks like they're breaking away by just a little bit.
Yep, you can see that right there. I'm not sure what caused that wreck, but again, the 99 and the 94, those two just, I mean, cannot escape each other. That was who those both were actually mad at earlier when the 99 spun. So hopefully we don't have a bit of I guess a Kyle Larson Chase Elliott moment where you have a person going on out for the win, and you have an up-and-comer trying to go and pass him.
And I don't want to scare you, but those two are pretty much next to each other on the racetrack.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the big question mark here, as, ooh, a big loose moment for Hunty coming off of turn 2 right there. But he collects himself. And again, you can actually see right here that I was correct. The one is the one that is looking racy. UK is kind of playing it cool right now. Just kind of hanging out in the back, not really pushing right now. He's just enjoying this segment, knowing that he has really nothing to lose.
Yeah, and that's just the driver's mentality. Some of them like to race regardless of the circumstances, and some of them are more willing to chill out when it suits them.
Well, speaking of chilling out when it suits them, it looks like, oh, a bit of loose moment coming off of Bad For You, but holds on to it. Oh, what car control from these guys. One incident on the clock right now. That was on the 94 and 99, but that could have been incident number 2, but it wasn't, thankfully.
Yeah, it wasn't. Again, these guys are all-stars. They know how to race chaotically, maybe, but cleanly also. And even if something does go wrong, they can usually collect their race cars without getting into too big of an incident.
BS, I don't know who you're watching right now, but look at the blocks that the 98 is running right now. Rockstar is throwing some heavy super speedway-esque blocks.
Yeah, he's running the.
Look at that IndyCar line.
Running the IndyCar line down the backstretch. He's been doing that for the past 3 or 4 laps. I don't know if I agree with that strategy, but so far he's out front and making it work. So, who am I to judge?
Well, he knows that this is his last opportunity in order to solidify a P4 at best starting position for the final stage. But I mean, I don't know about you, BS, but I don't want to win this stage. I do not want to restart on the outside. This is probably the winner of this segment is probably in the worst position, apart from maybe P6 and P8, coming out of this entire race.
Yeah, they all just start slowing down. They don't want to win. It's like, no, you win. No, you. No, you.
Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, that could have been... I'm just saying, because...
One driver that doesn't care is the one. He's already won his stage. He's just going for more at this point.
Yeah, he's already... But still, even then, he's already locked in the P2. That's still the outside, honestly. It's still not the greatest position. You ideally wanted to win stage 1 or stage 3. Ideally, of course.
Ideally, but you can't really pick and choose your stage wins. And P2 is definitely better than P4 because, at least in some sense, you kind of control your own destiny. If you get a bad restart, that's on you. But if you start P4, if P2 doesn't get a good start, you're basically screwed because you can't change lanes from the start finish line.
Exactly. So that's the big question mark here, and we've seen stage after stage the the outside lane, even in P2, has not fired off effectively as well as the rest of the field. I am very curious as to how this is going to incorporate going into this. As
Oh, good
Kalen
save, Cyber.
Kalen goes down pit lane right there. I don't know why, but interesting from him. He is down pit lane right now, and he calls it for the night. Oh, Kalen, we lost a potential all-star winner.
Yeah, I think he might just have been not having a good time, and he was like, yeah, whatever, I'm done. See ya.
Well, I mean, as to everyone's that is their prerogative. You know, they don't have to if they don't want to, of course. But yeah, Kalen decides to call it for the night, knowing that at most we only have another like 20 more minutes of actual racing left if we count on track time. This race actually ticks on by really quickly. Now, next week, the 600 is going to be double the length. It's 200 laps here, no stages, of course. So it is a marathon, of course, to say the least.
It's the they don't call it the longest race of the season for nothing. 300 miles for us. I misspoke and called it the 600 in the pre-race, but it is 300. Even at half distance, it's still 300 miles, and definitely the longest race on the schedule in terms of distance, and only rivaled by a few others on time. As that was very interesting in the quad oval there. I think.
That was the IndyCar line in the quad oval. Don't know if I would have done that. So we have potential for some shenanigans to occur right here. Now, three of these have not won a segment yet. The top three have not won a segment. I think Xander's just kind of playing it cool, knowing that he doesn't have a whole lot to lose. That's why he's not really making a move. But, oh, look at Rockstar! Oh my goodness, that was a move, and that is an incident. But we are already down and past that final lap of cautions, and he quit right there. Oh, that was displeasure. What a dirty move, I would say, and going out and quitting like that. So that changes the entire outcome of this segment right here.
So, if I watched that correctly, he just took out the 8 and the 24. For what reason was that?
I don't even know. I didn't see anything that warranted that kind of response.
I was trying to figure out what happened in the quad oval and made him go down on the apron. I guess that was just his own doing. Xander's gonna come across the line first for another stage, and it's gonna be Xander and it's gonna be Cyber and Nathan competing for the stage win.
Wow, so interesting development right there. But we have a so this is gonna be one of those occasions where you can see that Xander is going to win this stage very handily. But since he's already won, that means whoever's going to finish P2 here will start P4. And with that, that is going to be Cyber. Wow. So that is going to be Cyber. That is going to be... Yeah. So,
but that also means Cyber P4.
So despite finishing P2 in that segment, he's going to automatically go to P4 in that right there. Whew. That could have been... Oh, I had to... Let's unravel that there for a second. So, oh, man. the fact that incident occurred literally the turn after no more yellows, that was bonkers. So, wow.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what happened there.
So,
The absolute spice in the chat right now.
the absolute
Love to
spice.
hear. I would love to hear what happened there. I would need to see a replay footage of what all that led up to that.
Oh, you know one thing I just now noticed, BS.
What's up?
They never changed the banners for the 600. It says 60 years of tradition, May 2019, and this is NASCAR Heat 5, set in 2020. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this basically is an updated Heat 4, so.
Essentially,
What can
yeah.
you do?
So as let's kind of get back on track here. So with all of this being said, we have a
It's gonna pick the outside here.
ooh, interesting. Now, oh wow, that is the
Now,
spice. That is the spice right there.
Or is he working with Xander, or does he just think he can get a good run on the high side?
There has to be some kind of communication right there. So that means that he is going to fire off, and I'm assuming that means he's going to drop down to the bottom from that. But yeah, the fact that this is an all-star race, it's supposed to be fun. I'm trying to unravel what just happened in that final race. This is a fun race. There's no points on the line.
I mean, fun race or not, you still don't. Some things are just gonna get on your nerves, get under your skin. It happens. Nobody likes to be treated on track a certain way anymore. I'm trying to come up with a good metaphor, but it's just completely escaping me right now.
Oh, you saw that right there. I don't mean to cut you off there, there, BS. But Xander fired out before, but Baronate, he led up for Baronate to go past him. That is legal. So that was a mistake. Baronate playing games right there. Did not fire off as soon as he crossed the restart zone. Interesting mind games right there. But he still is running a very dangerous line, I would say. He's running a really arcing high corner, which allows Xander and all his competitors to go. Oh, and the 24 slaps the wall going into turn 1 to possibly get below him.
Yeah, and by yourself, it's one line is preferred, and there goes Xander down to the inside now. But when you've got draft to deal with, your preferred line, you can't really run the fastest line around here because you're just gonna end up having cars on your inside, and then they're gonna stop you from running your preferred line. So you may as well run lower anyway.
And I should not have to remind everyone, this is for the win. This is for the All-Star Race win. No more segments, as we saw. Wait, who just backed on out right there?
That was bad for you, I believe.
Bad for you. Backs on out of the race. He was right there with these guys. Huh.
And then there were 9.
And then there were 9.
And top 6 or so ish looks to be pulling on away, as Cyber did not have a good time in the at the back of that group, and he is back in P8 trying to claw his way back to this front group. I just don't see it happening without a yellow, but he's going to give it everything he's got.
Well, that is kind of like what we were talking about, underfueling the car. I wonder if these guys were planning for that accordingly, knowing that, hey, we can get away with running a little bit less fuel than normal. But I guess with some people unfortunately losing the draft, I mean, that kind of ends their hopes right here. It looks like the caboose on that train up right there for the lead is a 7-car breakaway. That is Kobe with Cyber, who was restarting P4, trying with all his might to get up there. Tomboy right here in P9. Of course, 9 cars left in this race. Oh man, they have to get going in order for this to happen right here. Hunty with a big run, but kind of slaps the wall, not really able to make a move on Packers here for P4.
And for these Cup guys, I'm looking at Xander, Mopower, Nathan, Packers. All these guys, I wonder what they've learned from this race and what they can take into next week's 300.
The low line is key, and don't block into the grass, apparently, if I'm reading the Discord correctly.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, but again, this is an all-star race. It's a fun race. There's no points on the line. People are going to race more aggressively here because there's realistically no stakes. I mean, it's all fun and games, really. So, I mean, the fact that even happened to begin with, I mean, shoot, man. I mean, but speaking of all fun and games, though, I'm sure UK is sweatier than probably Dan Schneider at an iCarly filming episode, because he is trying to get on past Xander, but much like blocking the grass, Xander's running that ultra low line. There is basically no room for that bottom side anymore. Now, let's take a look into P3 here. That is Agent Orange. Should these guys... Okay, so I can see exactly how the final lap's going to go. I don't know what lap we're on, and I can... Thank you. I can see exactly how this final lap is going to go. It's going to be the lead car blocking the second place car all the way down to the apron. And then the second place car is just going to gas it going into turn 3. It's going to knock P1 out of the way, and that's going to allow P3 to just scoot on by. I can see it now. I can see it now.
Mo Power would be the guy to send it into turn 3. You've got flashbacks of Season 0 Sunday Lights at Charlotte. He did it to Hunty. Fortunately, there was no P3 behind to take advantage of that.
And I think that's why he did it, is because it was two teammates just, you know, they were in a party chat together. Two teammates just going at it.
And it looks like we've got a bit of a 3-car breakaway here. It looks like to be a gap forming between 3rd place Nathan and 4th place Hunty. So
I think that's going to quickly seal on up here, as those two have no longer side by side. Hunty is still within that draft, though, so he can kind of pull Baronet forward.
Yeah, we will see. We know Hunty has pace. He should be able to pull him back up there, and it's 4 cars versus 3, but right now it doesn't look like he's gained anything off of, at least off through those set of corners.
Lap 95. Gio is doing an amazing job. Huge shout out to Gio for everything that he's doing tonight. BS, thank you for being up in the booth here with me. I never have anyone to talk to during the races. I always bounce off of my in-race reporter, but they're always focused on actually racing. And here you are, as a little bit of contact right there between Baronet and Hunty. Again, Baronet getting after Kobe in the Discord, saying that you can't be pushing like that. He did not appreciate that push.
Drivers getting frustrated, and then you kind of get it, but then again, it's also a fun race, and that's just allowing these top 3 to get away, and it's gonna, I think it's, at this point, I think it's just these top 3 for the win, and that's all, that is just as simple as that, unless the second group gets really, really organized in these next few laps. But based on what I've been seeing, I've been on the front to back from Sanders' camera for the last few laps. I just don't see it happening, and if Baronet does come back, it's probably going to be him by himself.
Well, okay, let's take a moment here. Looking at chat right now, I feel like I've been ignoring the YouTube comments. Liam saying that he does offer in-race support. I know you do, and the reason why apparently there's no one ever to talk to is that I don't ever start conversations. That's partially true, but the conversations I want to start are not safe for stream because that is where I can really, like be entertaining. Um, like who doesn't like talking about Dan Schneider and all of his fetishes? But that's the thing. Having a conversation starter is that is also entertaining by itself is hard when we are also commentating on a race. But again, I'm just saying right now, mark my words, turn 3 is going to happen, and whoever's in P3 is probably going to be in the best position for that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We've got to be coming up on like 4 to go here at least, if not 3.
Oh, lap 100. So we have to start counting down these laps. We are now within that mark for no more yellows. So should a yellow or a position for a yellow occur, I don't see us getting 3 incidents out of this entire run. But should it happen, sucks to suck. It's the final segment, lap 101, meaning 2 to go at the line.
2 to go. We're going to see in here in lap and 3/4 if your prediction for turn 3 is correct. I for one do agree with it, but we shall see what actually happens as it is all chaos in that
second look at
second
UK.
group.
He was setting up the run. That's why he backed on off right there. But now this is going to open up the door for Xander to possibly get the win, as I think UK is suspecting what's going on right here. This is the final lap right now. It's for all the marbles.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Nathan's got a little bit of a gap, but if he can get that run down the backstretch and full send it into 3, who knows what could happen.
Well, I guess we're going to find out now here, but he hits the apron! He hits the apron! And that's going to kill his momentum going into turn 3 right here. And just like that, UK realizes it, and he is going to be like, you know what? It's all for P2 right now. Oh, that does it in right there. And Xander, with the move, will go and get the All-Star victory. Oh, my goodness. Damn.
Well, you can't say he didn't have the fastest car. Good win to the one for sure. He's looking like a favorite for the Charlotte race. He missed this very race last season, and it ended up putting him in a deep hole for the championship. And you can see Kobe and Mo Power rubbing doors, congratulating the one, and I'm sure he's going to do burnouts over here.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Let's take a look at this as the one just walls it, going, okay, good job. There he goes, getting the donuts in right there. That is our All-Star winner, RS Meatwagon, Season 1 All-Star. He is going to be invited to all the next All-Star races and has the honor of saying that he is the first ever winner. So, congrats to him, actually. That was
shout out to Gio, who did a fantastic job officiating this race tonight.
Oh, fantastic job. Nathan, you did a great job as well. In fact, actually, well, let's get these guys up in here for interviews, of course. That's step 2 of this entire plan. As per usual, we have our podium reviews. BS, do you have a preference on who you want to interview?
A preference? Good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to know what was going through. I'm assuming you'll get the winner, so I'll take either 2 or 3. But I'm kind of curious what their mindset was in the final few laps and what their plan was to win and what they might do differently next week.
Well, I guess we're going to find out now here. So they're invited here, so we're going to wait for these guys to join. But we already do have our P3 winner in the chat right now. So I'll tell you what, I'll start with P3 and then you go to P2 and no. Yeah, I do P3.
Before we start interviews. before we start interviews, I would just like to say that was a phenomenal race. I was happy. I was proud of everyone that was in there. It was a very clean race. We had a couple incidents, no cautions, and Timmy Hill got a top 10 in the All-Star race, baby.
Yeah, essentially. Just showing on out. It's like the one guy that stole the pace car at Talladega. Just he's like, you know what? Just keep him there. Let's see where this goes. But yeah, Gio, excellent. First off, let's start with that. Gio, excellent job on officiating. You did a phenomenal. Thank everyone that was involved with the whole planning for this race did a phenomenal job. Nathan, thank you for everything that you helped with. BS, thank you for helping me up here into the booth. But let's actually, speaking of Nathan, let's go to him for our P3 here. Now, Nathan, I think you already overheard what we were talking about. We were expecting that P1 and P2 were just going to bomb turn 3, and that would allow P3 to kind of follow suit. But you made the move with 2 to go, and there was a little bit of gap, and then you hit the apron. Take us through the final laps from there.
Yeah, I was down to let that plan, kind of play out, but I don't know what happened with Mopower with 2 laps to go, but he left a gap there, and I took it. And hindsight's 2020, probably should have just pushed him back up to Xander and let them try and wreck each other. But that's just it's All-Star. That's not really too worried about it, I guess.
Well, of course, that is the biggest thing that I was saying the entire race. This is a fun race, no points on the line. If anything, it's practice for the 300 next week. Now, BS was already was probably going to ask this off of UK as well, but I'll ask it with you. Did you learn anything that you can that you could possibly use? I know, right? I didn't want to say it, but I was just like, man, that you can possibly use into next week.
It's still for me.
Yeah, it's still for you.
Charlotte's funny. You're on throttle so much that you have to minimize your risks and mistakes and keep in with that lead draft, or as you can see in that final segment, like the fourth on back, they kept battling and kind of messing with each other, and we just left them. So I think Charlotte, you have to you kind of got to be calm and take things as they come to you rather than trying to go up and take them, because you'll go backwards very quickly.
Yeah. Well, that is the biggest thing to really kind of point on out here is that really just timing. You actually saw yourself just when you're side by side, you lose so much time compared to your competition around you. You have to make those passes quick, fast, and in a hurry. But P3 though tonight. That was a excellent performance from you. You were all up there the entire time, but unfortunately came up 2 spots short. Congrats.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right, BS, take it away.
How you doing, UK?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm doing good. It looked like you were sitting in a prime spot to be the sender in turn 3 on the last lap, similar to what happened in Sunday Lights. I'm sure you remember that race. So take us through your mind from the moment you tried to build a run, at least as it was called from the booth, and Nathan got alongside you.
Oh, I got tight and watched up the track. I wasn't trying to build a run or anything. I just got tight. And he got beside me. I'm like, I'll just let him go, and hopefully he can catch up to him and battle and hopefully wreck each other. So we had the same mind going the last 2 laps, but he hit the apron in the last lap and that. And I knew it was just us 2 battling for second. So I'm like, well, we'll battle it out for second.
And that is very fair indeed. And I have my 2 follow-up questions. The first one is, Well, they're kind of related. Did you learn anything that you could use next week in the 300? And two, if you were put in the same position again, would you do anything differently?
If I'm put, I'll answer the second one first. If I'm put in the same situation, I may try to move him sooner if I can catch him. But I think next week will be all battling for second. And that learning thing, we'll find out.
Good talk.
But hopefully,
All right.
hopefully my foot won't be asleep next weekend either. My foot was asleep since like
You gotta
second segment.
hydrate. You gotta hydrate, UK. That's what would stop that is if you drink water instead of all that
Water, what
copium.
is that?
Drinking too much copium, UK.
I actually have a big old Coke right here too.
No.
All right, well, congrats on your P2 finish. One spot short, but hey, at least you had fun, right? Just
Yeah, it's
hope so.
fun. And next week it'll be more fun, hopefully.
We all hope for that for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll actually be there next week, so yay.
Yeah, we'll miss you out on track tonight.
Well,
Not you, Patton.
oh well, you know what? I can't say what I want to say. Yeah. So let's just go and avoid this guy here, and I'll probably block him on Twitter or something like that. Get him canceled. We have Xander here, going out. Okay, so let's. I just want to get this straight. We had differing philosophies from the different segment winners. Baronate and UK were of the philosophy of just hanging out in the back, but Xander, you were the one that kind of went through the field. Now I can only imagine it's a fun race.
Yeah.
It's a fun race. You might as well have some fun with it. But did you see the end of? Oh, I mean, this is a rhetorical question, of course. What happened at the end of the fourth segment in order to get you that win? So, take us through your mindset from the end of that to the start of the fifth.
Okay. Well, obviously this is an all-star race, and I'm trying to have a little bit of fun. I mean, I also wanted to see what the car was like. Moving through the pack, you can never learn enough, and especially at Charlotte. I think is one of my worst tracks as a driver, and I try and get better at. So, I was racing pretty hard up there with Cyber and Rockstar and Nathan, and just I got blocked right into the grass by Rockstar. So I was a little upset with that, and I ultimately got told when he had quit after his retaliation that I should stick to being in the back and that I shouldn't race people because I'm already locked in. So I'm here to have fun and try hard. Rockstar decided to try and take out the field after he getting a taste of his own medicine. So he's a clown, and that's that.
Spice.
Spice.
Patton, and I was not laying back. I got hit by BK, and I lost track.
I'm hearing excuses. Anyway, so Xander, so with that, so fast forward, you led, I think, every lap of the final stage. Did you think that you had that UK was building the run right there? But then, I'll let you answer that. So, take us through the final laps.
Well, I had a great car. I've never been confident in Charlotte. I dread Charlotte races, so to get a good car, I tried different setups out. I tried a lot of different things out before the race, and finally found a balance I really enjoyed and stuck within the race. So definitely got a piece for next week as well. Monster Energy car was as fast as Xfinity yet. So the last couple of laps, obviously, I'm trying everything I can. I could tell that UK was trying to stay with me. I think he was going to try and make a last lap pass, and so I tried some differing lines on the straightaways. I tried little different entries to try and slow my car up right in the beginning of the corner and try and build a run so he could not build a run on me. So trying different things out, and then ultimately he just had gotten tight. And they had gotten side by side, and I knew I just had to make perfect laps. But at the end there, I almost ran out of fuel. I sputtered across the line, so burnouts weren't the greatest, but I was able to still get it done. I thought I was going to run out of fuel. I was so scared.
Oh well, that was actually the one of the things that we were talking about up in the booth is those that underfueled the car. You could tell some did and some didn't. And definitely that was a piece of the strategy that, not really anyone was really talking about. Of course, we pit at the end of every segment, but I mean, how much fuel you're putting in? I mean, you only realistically had to go 17 laps in order to make it to the line.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of games being played right there, and especially on the restarts.
Yes.
Um, but the biggest thing that I want to say is congrats, you're the All Star winner. You
Yep.
are going to be invited for all the All Star winners, all the All Star races
Yeah.
for future, even if you don't win a race in a season. But
Doubtful.
what?
Doubtful.
I love you guys.
Just saying, just saying.
Hey, you never know.
It's much like you, Nathan, with the Clash. If you don't ever get a pull for the rest of your career, you're still
You
invited to the
still,
Clash.
yeah, you still got the clash. Okay,
Yeah.
pulling some
Now, but
strategy.
that's more likely though.
I don't know about that. You had some major speed tonight, Nathan. Oh my goodness! Before I cut you off and whatever you're gonna say next, Pat, and I want to say hats off to you and BS here in the booth, and thanks to Nathan. I was listening in. Your great insight during the race, and great racing with you at the end there. Same with you, UK and George. You did a fantastic job of officiating tonight. So thanks, guys, for that. It's wonderful to be racing here. I want to shout out a couple people. I want to shout out George, my awesome team owner, Georgie. I love you, George. I love you, Gio. Bringing me a fast Camaro. I know I'm like stopping everything right now, but what else do I have to say? Shout out to Liam because he's something. And I want to say shout out to everyone that was hard racing today. BK had some great racing with me. Cyber, and I'm happy that Rockstar only races one race a year because he's a clown. Thank you. People want to ask me what would happen if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
No one was honoring that.
I also want to point out
Sorry. No one was
I let
honoring that.
Cyber win stage 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. The game was being played there.
We'll call us even after my mishap at
I hear excuses.
ERA.
I hear excuses.
Excuse.
There's so much copium, so much copium. The entire.
I literally pulled down to the bottom of the backstretch and let him go.
Oh my god. Just too much.
I also didn't want to start on the outside.
I don't think anyone did, honestly, except for Baronet in the final segment. That was
But
bizarre.
you want to hear something funny? Packers ended up beating me off pit road, and I still got on the outside.
Of course, Packer is screwing himself. I mean, name a more iconic duo.
Yep.
But with that, we're going to close on out for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, All-Star winner RS Meatwagon Xander. Congrats to him. UK with the P2. Nathan, Agent Orange with the P3. Huge also shout out to the admins of MRL for everything that they do. Gio with a great job officiating. BS for helping me up here in the booth. And Nathan, he showed up. So with that, thank you so much for coming on out. And we will see you guys actually on Monday for the Sportsman Series. That will be a points race at Dover, so it should be a fun one. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.